Hey you guys, it's Toya and thank you for watching ToyaJTV. So today I'm supposed to be doing a roller set tutorial, but guess what? It's been a long day. Mentally, physically, emotionally, it's been a day. I don't have time for a roller set. I just do not have the mental capacity to do it today. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you an alternative way to get the same look. I have shampooed and conditioned my hair. So what I'm gonna do is apply some whipped honey foam wrap. This is the whipped honey foam wrap. So I'm gonna apply some of this to my roots. And although I do have a fresh relaxer and I really don't need anything applied to my roots to lay it down, it does help with frizz as well. So that's why I'm doing this. And then I'm just gonna simply comb it through. And I'm just combing it straight to the back. And you'll see why later. And remember that when you are combing your wet hair is a lot more fragile. So you want to be kind of gentle with your wet hair when you're combing it. You don't want to just be pulling and tugging and all that, because it can break much easier while it's wet. So you want to always be sure. And I'm using a fine tooth comb because, again, I just got relaxed last week. This comb, this does not scare my hair at this point. And also, I'm not like pressing it all the way up against my scalp and going all the way through. I'm kind of just like gliding it across the top and letting the rest of the hair fall in place. So I'm just going to let this air dry for maybe about 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to give it a blow dry on low heat. At this point, I have let it air dry for just a little bit, so it is still very much damp. So I am going to put some of the Silky Serum Oil on it, just a little drop, and this is just a heat protected, and 2 drops. This is a heat protected, so I like to always put some of this on my hair right before I'm about to flat iron, or right before I'm about to blow dry. I don't normally put it on like soaking hair wet, but when the hair is like about how mine is, then I like to go ahead and put it on. So my hair is pretty much just damp, and you want to make sure you get it on the ends, okay? Because remember, the ends need the most protection. You don't want to forget about them. All right, so let me grab the blow dryer and run that through really quickly. Now I'm going to flat iron. I'm going to be using the Toy Primo flat iron, and I'm going to put the heat down lower than I would normally use it. I'm going to put the heat on about 375, and I normally use my flat iron in the 400s. But the reason why I'm doing this is because in doing this, like getting the look of a roller set, I don't need that much heat. But what I'm going to do is lock the curl in with the heat, and then I'm going to immediately put a roller in it so it can kind of set it. And then when I take all the rollers down, we'll have our roller set. So that's why I don't need that much, high heat. Now, if I were just going to be curling my hair just the regular way, I would use it on about 400, 420, somewhere around there. But I'm cutting it down low intentionally because I want to use low heat. I just want the hair to be able to curl for me, and then I'm going to use the roller to actually lock it in, lock that curl in, and give me the look that I'm going for. So let's get the flat iron plugged in. And I'm going to be using, I'll show you the roller I'm going to be using, but I'm going to be using the hard rollers, the red ones, but I'll show you. These are the rollers I'm going to be using. So I'm using a somewhat of a smaller roller because I do want to have a little bit more curl, simply because I'm going to be wrapping it. And when I unwrap it, I don't want it to be bone straight. I want it to have a lot more body to it. So if I were going to be going for the outcome of a straight look, I will use the rollers that are a little bit larger than this. But this is going to give me what I need. Initially it's going to be curlier than I want it, but then once I wrap it and unwrap it, it's going to be great. Maybe next time I'll do this on wet hair, but I couldn't do it today. So let's go ahead and get started rolling the hair up. I'm just going to be rolling my hair up the way they teach us in cosmetology school, and that's basically you're going to go straight back and then do 2 rolls on each side. But you know, you can do yours however way you see fit. Because I know a lot of times I do my hair and people be like, well, I normally blah, 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 blah. Do what you do. Do what you do, okay? If you know you like your hair rolled up a certain way, then roll your hair up that way. I'm going to take some of this out because you don't want to put too much hair in the roller. So that's a good amount right there. So first, you know what? Let's go to the mirror. That's much better. So now I'm in front of the mirror. You gotta understand, it is hard to try to just like style your hair just by looking through the camera in your phone. It's tough. So I'm going to just flat iron once, one pass with the flat iron. And that one piece of hair that I took out, I just parted that in half. I was about to say, this heat is very low. I done cut the flat iron off by accident. I knew I went crazy. I was like, I know I have the flat iron on low, but my Lord, I don't hardly feel any heat. Lo and behold, the flat iron was unplugged. Let's try this again. Okay, much better. Let's try, that hair was still cold. And then while the hair is still warm, I'm just gonna roll it up. And I'll use one of these clips to secure it. And on that first one, I should have curled it first. Instead of like flat ironing it straight, I should have curled it. So let me go back behind on that one. And then I'll just continue down and then do the sides. I'm running out of rollers. So I have 3 more. So I know I can put one here. And I'm not sure all of the rest of that will go on one and all of that will go on one. But I may have to make it do that in order for these rollers to stretch. But you know, I find it so odd that being a hairstylist, I never seem to have what I need at home to do my own hair. I am forever looking for a comb, a clip, a bobby pin. I'm forever looking for something to do my hair and can't find it. And so these rollers are no different. I should have plenty of rollers. But here I am scrambling. I had to scramble to find these last ones because I thought I had ran out. And I have another place where I keep them. And I found a few more. Just a few. So I think I'm going to try to put all of this hair in a roller, but I'm going to do 2 curls. And then put both of them in the same roller. Because I guess I just got to make do. But I really need to stock up on my personal supplies. I have plenty of supplies at the salon. I'm just like, make it make sense. Okay, that side is great. So I'll do the same for this side. Although this side, I really don't need to split. I tied my hair up. I just put my scarf on and tied it up. And so now I'm just going to take it off. And then I'm going to take the rollers down and go ahead and wrap it. And I have a feeling that one of the rollers is like came loose in the back because I can kind of hear something. Yeah, well, that was the pin. Okay. I'm acting like I never did this before, but you know, my hair has a mind of its own. So sometimes I can do the exact same thing and it'll come out completely different. So that's why I'm like, I am pleasantly surprised. Caught it. And my hair is so soft. I did that mud mask and it has my hair so soft. Oh my God, it feels so good. If you have not tried By L. Jones products, please go to byLJonesProducts.com, take that hair quiz, and answer a few questions about what your hair will need, and then grab you a few products and come back and tell me what you think. Now I'm going to put some of the satin moisture cream on it. You know, I love putting like a tiny drop of this, especially on the ends, just a little drop, simply because it helps the ends to stay moisturized and it prevents them from breaking and splitting as quickly so that you can go longer in between trims. So I like to add this. I like to concentrate on the ends and then whatever's left, I put it on the rest. So now let's wrap. And if you always get that hump in the top, number one, don't worry about that. Because if you tie your hair down tight, you won't even notice that hump when you unwrap. Number two, if it just really, really bothers you, hold your hand down over before you start wrapping. Hold your hand right there. And then that way, when you're wrapping, the hair will go around your hand and it won't bunch bunch up in the middle. See? So just hold your hand right there while you're wrapping. Then when you come back over, put your hand back there again. But again, if you have that little hump, it's not going to be a problem. It's only a mental thing. It's not going to mess your hair up. You just want to get your hair wrapped. It does not have to be extremely neat. You just want the hair going in the same direction. And I can already tell that this hair going to be mostly straight when I unwrap it. But it's fine. It's fine. It's not the look I probably should have went for an even smaller roller, but again, it's fine. The next time I do my roller set this way, I will just style it instead of wrapping it because it'll already have that extra tightness taken out. So now I'm just going to wrap it up. And I always like to use the wrap cap. A wrap cap basically has the Velcro closure on it. What's so great about these is that they keep your scarf in place. If you're one of those where if you sleep and your scarf is not even on your head by the time you wake up, get you one of these wrap caps and then put your scarf on and it'll stay in place. So I just slide mine on. And you want it very secure. Another great thing about the wrap caps is that they cover that nape area back there so that, you know, you don't have a lot of breakage in the back. And then what I like to do is when I get it on, I twist it just a little bit so that if there's any hair that's bunched up under there, when you twist it around like that, it's going to smooth that hair on out so that when you unwrap it, you won't have to worry about any lumps, crinkles, nothing like that. And then I'm just going to simply put my scarf on top of that. And I consider myself a wild sleeper, but I also like the wrap cap simply because it protects that nape area. That's very important. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow when I take it down. And now I'm going to unwrap it. It's the next day. I'm gonna spray a little bit of Miracle Potion number 9 on it. That helps with shine, frizz, and it makes the hair smell amazing. And just as suspected, my hair pretty much went straight, which is fine because we are under severe tornado warning today. So it's going to be raining a lot. So I'm really not mad that it went straight because by the time I get home today, it's going to be straight. Probably can't see the back that great because I have on this black shirt. But I love how these layers are laying. The layers are laying, child. And one thing about this method is even if you wanted to get that straight look, it's not flat. You know how when you first get a relaxer, your hair seems so flat, but when you throw a few rollers in there, it gives it like just a little bit more volume so your hair isn't looking like it's stuck to the head. So, anywho, I am off to the salon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.